What's up, Darkness Live Tribe?
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome.
Oh man, what a clusterfuck the last 3 or 4 weeks have been.
Yeah.
Pardon my language,
I
right
got
off the
sick.
bat, but I had to drop that F-bomb and get it out of the way right off the bat because holy shit.
I feel like we haven't been very present.
Well, we haven't, but we've had shit going on.
But those who know
we've
us
been-
know that like if we're not on here, there's like a reason for it.
We've both
you know?
been sick as a dog. No COVID, but sick as a dog nonetheless.
Oh, COVID. I've been there, survived that. Not knocking anybody who had like serious problems because we have known people who have had serious problems from it. I'm just saying I personally didn't have. Anyways, that's besides the point. So, hey, Christy. I just love her. She just makes me so... God, she smells so good. I'm good. I swear to God. Christy, I can't wait to smell you again.
Oh my God.
I know that sounds so bizarre, but Christy knows exactly what I'm talking about. If Alina was on here, she'd know too. Because people watching, Christy Bradford smells amazing. Every time I see that woman, she smells like a combination of like laundry and just... metaphysical.
What?
She smells it. It's
like good laundry, right? Like clean laundry.
Yeah,
fresh off the.
Yeah, like I have, and I'm telling you, like it's like a combination of like metaphysical sweet goodness, like smells you would associate with metaphysical, and good smelling laundry dryer sheets or something. I can't get enough. I wish I could bottle you up, Christy, and just. Like oh my God. And Lena even tried. She brought a couple of like the oils that she makes. She's like, smell these. Is it one of these? And I'm like, ooh, it's close to that one. But Christy has an added fragrance in there, and I think it's laundry.
The Christiness.
I think it's laundry. I'm not sure, but Christy, you just smell very, very marvelous to me.
Oh my God.
I'll never forget.
She's sitting there.
I'm lavishing in the memory of the scent.
Huh?
The memory of the scent, because we haven't seen Christy in so long.
I would give anything to see the look on Christy's face right now. How red she is, how hard she's laughing.
Oh my God. I don't think she's probably like turning red. I bet she's like, hell yeah, I smell good. But, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, see, she's laughing and she's loving it at the same time. But yeah, anybody who gets a chance to meet Christy Bradford, make sure you take a good whiff of her shirt because you won't be disappointed.
Just don't be weird about it.
I mean, I might be weird about it, but she loves me. So.
Yeah, she's come to expect that from you, though.
I know. Anyways, ooh, Christina said she's got nice blends she'll have to share with me.
Cool.
I am totally down for that. Just saying. I can't wait. Maybe this coming weekend you can bring them. We're going to see her this weekend. So pretty excited about it. Yeah. So have you decided? So everybody who is watching, we are getting tattoos this weekend. So
I'm not. I'm gonna have to cut out on the tattoo thing because I had.
But you're still going.
I'll go.
We're still going.
And hang out and everything. I had an unexpected expense come up today that put me out of the tattoo game for this weekend.
Captain Carl. Carl. Hi, Carl.
So,
and when I say hi to Carla, it's automatically including Cindy. So hi, Carl and Cindy. But I like Captain Chaos and Chaos Control better. Everybody watching, that's Carl, and the Mrs. nicknames is Captain
Chaos and Chaos Control.
Yep, it's true. It's true. I feel like I really need to look at that label and be like, I am striving for that. Okay, I am striving for that in my home.
It's that. I have a feeling that's gonna be a reverse title. You would be the Captain Chaos, and I would be Chaos Control.
You really think so?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, yeah, probably. He's right. He's probably right. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
That's okay though.
I'm not gonna
That's
argue
okay.
it.
That's what.
You keep me
it's what we
grounded.
do. It's what we do.
You keep me grounded. Just saying. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a wonderful time, and so glad you're taking time out of your Monday evening to sit and listen to us banter back and forth. I think it'll be a good conversation tonight. Actually, that's totally bullshit because
we have no idea what we're completely shooting from the hip. We are completely.
What am I trying to say? Right before we started, we kind of had a.
Oh, it's not just been just right before we started. It's been crazy, and we just haven't had the time nor the chance to really sit down and come up with any content for tonight whatsoever.
But
so we're
here for
shooting
you.
from the hip.
We're here for all of you.
We just knew it's been too damn long since we've been on here, so we had to get on here and do something.
Yeah.
You know.
It's true.
But we've had some. You were telling me this is my night shift dementia kicking in because I can't remember what it was. But you were telling me the other day about some weird stuff
John.
that some weird stuff that has happened.
Oh, I've slept since then.
Seems like it had something to do with the kids. One of the kids, maybe Sophie.
I think we've talked about that though. Have we talked about what happened with Frank on here?
I don't think not the most recent things because I mean we haven't done a show and we haven't done a show in 3 weeks. And I know we've had stuff happen since then.
I'm at a loss right now. You're gonna have to boost my recollection here, because
that's the problem. My night shift dementia is kicking in, and I can't remember.
Any of you
shit,
psychics on here, feel free to jump in and boost my recognition of what he's going for, because I cannot recall. I feel like there should be a Tiger King something in there somewhere.
Carl, I am not a banny. I am not a banny. I'm not one of those little badasses that thinks he's just a little badass but gets his ass kicked by everything else in the barnyard. Sorry.
What the hell was it? I remember. What was it? There was something. Oh, Suzanne. Suzanne saved the day. Okay, people. So sorry, I didn't mean to deafen you, make you more deaf by clapping. But thank you, Suzanne. You're a lifesaver. Actually, you're a show saver, because now I remember the story. Okay, so this was on, I don't remember what night it was on, but I was sitting in the living room with Sophie, and I went back in my bedroom to make my bed. The TV was just on the basic, what do you call it, the background, like where you have the selection of what app.
Oh, yeah.
What app you want to choose. So there was nothing on the TV. I put the remote directly under our TV, like up on the dresser. Dresser. It's a pretty tall dresser. And then so I go back in the living room or whatever, and I was like, I put my show on that I'm currently watching, and so I was like enthralled in that, and my 3-year-old is sitting next to me, and all of a sudden I hear very loudly coming from my bedroom a show that Sophie loves, and she's like, "Mommy, my show, can I go to your room and watch it?" I said, "Yeah, baby, that's fine, go ahead." So she went in there, and I'm assuming jumped on. I didn't go back there, mind you. I'm assuming she got on my bed and started watching it, and I'm not thinking much of it. And all of a sudden, Jeremiah comes in from outside. He wasn't even in the house. And I'm like, did you turn the TV on for Sophie? And he's like, no, I've been outside. Did you? And I'm like, no. And I hadn't been back in my bedroom. So I was like, go back there and see if explained to him where I set the remote, and it hadn't moved. And
Right.
not only did
And so there, I know there's some technically inclined people that are probably thinking about, phone-based remote controls and casting ability from phone apps and stuff like that. But you have to understand, this particular TV has a really, really, really old DVD player hooked up to it. It's not even a smart DVD player. It just happens to have a Netflix and an Amazon app. It has a Hulu app on it too, but this thing is so old that that Hulu no longer supports that device with their app.
well, not to mention
So
at that point,
it doesn't have the capability of casting.
But no, I didn't.
Yeah,
I was
it's
watching
not-
I was watching my show, and like, so my phones were not anywhere by.
But I mean, because you weren't the only person at home with a phone or something
The other
that
kids
could have
weren't
done
here.
that. Like, so
It was just me
because I
and
could
Sophie.
our major TV. Our primary TV in the living room with the Roku, we can, I could change the deal on that out here if I wanted to.
But not the bedroom TV.
Right.
Not,
It doesn't.
was
that
weird.
TV doesn't have that capability.
It was
so
weird
it was
because like when I'm so enthralled with my show, and Sophie, like, because I heard it, but I guess I just assumed you were like back there and turned it on or whatever for her. But then no, you weren't
So-
even in the house, and he came back in the house, and I'm like, wait a minute.
So
What?
it's like
Wait a minute.
you have to then wonder, was it Frank? Was it one of the ancestors? Was it Soapy?
I don't know. Yes, Yanni, that's exactly it. We do. We always try to explain something. But what was really weird was what was turned on, which I've never turned it on. So even if somebody was to grab the remote, they would actually have to type in on YouTube, mind you, YouTube, not even like a regular, like Peppa Pig. It was Peppa Pig. Those of you who have little kids or are familiar with Peppa Pig, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Which has no history on that device,
No.
by the way.
None. So that means that however it came up on our television, that specific TV, somebody actually had to like type it in and search for it to put it on, because I don't even know.
The
know.
YouTube app, that reminds me, that's something I'd need to look at, because I don't know, because I don't think we've ever actually logged into the YouTube app on that device.
I have, but it's been music videos.
On that device?
In our bedroom, I
Okay.
putting laundry away, I will put on like music videos on
Okay,
YouTube.
so that's not a thing.
I've never put on.
It's weird. Whatever it was weird and interesting. Very, very interesting. So next time we
You know what, John? He said Frank, and let me tell you, Frank, that
wouldn't be surprising at all.
wouldn't be surprising at all. Oh, I didn't tell you what happened last night. So, I honest to God wish that I could like make this shit up, people, but I can't make this stuff up. Okay. So last night, I was Sophie and I were sitting on the couch. You had already gone to work, or you were at work, and then
It's
we were
not
at the
an Alexa
neighbors.
device. We don't have. I mean, we have an Alexa in the house, but it's not hooked up. It's not even
Bella's.
capable of hooking up to that device that runs that TV.
Yeah.
So,
But anyway, so I was after I was over at my friend's house, and then Sophie and I were home, or I was whatever. Anyways, I'm sitting on the couch with Sophie, and I think I had called you last night. I was telling you something, and then like after I hung up with you, Sophie and I were sitting on the couch for a little bit before I went to bed, and all of a sudden, like out of the corner of my eye, because like I'm looking at the TV, right, and then I kind of glanced over at Sophie. Well, when I was looking at Sophie, in the corner of my eye, I saw a a girl, like it was I have quit like questioning what the shit that I see. Okay, like I've just quit questioning it. I just take it for what I see, right? But in like my peripheral vision, I literally see like I don't know, like maybe I almost said the kids' height, but shit, they're as tall as me now.
Hey,
so,
Rochelle.
So like yeah, the corner of my eye I saw like a very very distinct female figure standing right by like the hallway. I didn't tell you about that. I've just thought about it, but yeah. And
Figure skating?
no, like a female figure
Oh.
standing right by that turn to go into
Okay,
the
I don't know
hall.
where I got figure skating
I
out
don't
of that,
either.
but okay.
Maybe she was a figure
My
skater.
night shift dementia kicking
Maybe.
in again, I guess.
Maybe she was a figure skater. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, it was weird and she had red hair. I've never seen anybody in our house with red hair before.
Red hair.
She had long red hair. Yeah. No
So that's
clue.
actually a figure I've seen before. I've seen that figure for quite some time, actually.
Oh well, that's the first
Well,
time
a figure matching that description.
Because like I said, I was gonna say she's as tall as the kids, but the kids
I've
are as
seen,
tall as
and
me.
Ben
So
and Claire will, I think, remember this. Going all the way back to
Rochelle, yuck!
going all the way
5
back to the
a.m.?
project house. I
Back
think
in the project.
Ben and Claire, I think, will remember this. But there was frequent sightings of a young woman. Was it curly red hair or?
It wasn't straight, but it was in my. It was. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the mic. It was in my. I mean, you got to remember, like I'm looking over at Sophie, and so just like in my side view. I see a very distinct like female with long red hair, and it wasn't straight, but then when I actually
so that's
yeah, it
different.
was long. It was long.
But
then like when I actually like went to like look, I'm like, you know what? Because I didn't see it. Like obviously, like when I turned to look, I didn't see it, but I know it would. I know what I know what it. You know the glimpse that I got or whatever, and I quit questioning in that shit.
Right.
I quit questioning it, and the weird part was. All the lights were on and the hallway light was on. And so there was not even like a chance of like a shadow or anything like that that could have, you know.
Right.
But yeah, it was just very, I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Life
the reason that caught my attention like that
life
is
in the Norwood house.
Dating all the way back to the project house, which was back in like 2007 to 2009. There were frequent sightings of a young woman with red curly hair, but her hair was shoulder length and always appeared damp or wet.
Whoa, sorry, that's super loud.
You're going to get us a copyright claim.
What the? Oh, sorry, people. Sorry. But yeah, I don't. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I just kind of take it for what it is. You know, I don't question that shit anymore. I quit questioning that a while ago. If I feel like I see something, I probably did. You know?
You know, it's crazy. You know.
Do you think that only specific people have the capability of seeing spirits, or do you think that it depends on if the spirit wants to present themselves?
Well, I think there's a little bit of both going on there.
Like if you're
I think most people, and I'm going back to the old school easy explanation of most people have the ability, but it gets tuned out and deprogrammed as people
Bye, Rochelle.
grow up and reach into adulthood. You know, people get deprogrammed against that, basically.
Yeah.
But I think it also has to do with whether or not a spirit or an energy wants to present itself.
Yeah.
So.
And if you're open to receiving that kind of information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I wonder if Este's on. I don't think I saw Este on here. Este. If he's not on here, I'm gonna send him vibes. Este, jump on here. Come and get on here. So I did a bad thing last night. You want to hear about it? I won't say who and I won't say where, but I'm gonna say what happened.
Uh-oh.
So the friend that I was over at her house, she had her guy friend over, and he like had this intention like he was gonna go home last night, and I don't even think I told my friend that I did this, but I said, oh, I was like, so, you know, are you going home? And he was like, yeah, I'm going to have to. And I was like, hold on. I was like, and then I was like, I don't think so. And I literally thought,
Oh
no,
my
you're
God.
gonna stay. You're gonna
Really?
stay. I literally did that last night, and then guess what?
He didn't.
He stayed.
Wow.
Yes, he did. And I looked at my friend, and I don't remember what I said. I think I said something like, "You're welcome," or I don't remember what I said. But she probably remembered that, and she's probably literally sitting there going, "Oh my God, oh my God." Yeah, that's it. I said, "You're welcome." That's right. That's right. I did. I literally said, "You're welcome."
Wow.
Yep. That's right, because I was standing in the kitchen, and I did that. And then, yep, he sure did. He spent the night at my friend's house. Yeah, but anyways, that's here nor there. But I just had to share that because, yeah. So I want to talk about something.
Okay.
I want to talk about, well, let's just be blunt. I want to talk about the Norse pagan faith. You want to call it faith?
Okay.
And I want to talk about, what about people who don't necessarily follow it 100%, but do like use aspects of it in their path? Do you think that they are wrong? Do you think that they are going against the quote unquote old ways? Do you think that they are like, what do you think about all that?
So, as you well know, as you very well know, this has kind of been a hot topic in certain circles that we're involved in lately.
Or were involved in lately, yeah. Keep going. WE''RE.
So,
Dude, I ate a bunch of Oreos on her porch.
It's just, because, okay, so, I mean, here's my take on it, and take this for what it's worth. We are meant, the human beings are an evolving species. And I know that's like, okay, people are like, oh, what's that got to do with the price of tea in China? Well, I'm going to get to that. Just bear with me. That human beings are an evolving species, and as such, we don't live in a static environment. Our spirituality, our mental capability, our emotional capability is always evolving, and so our knowledge base, spirituality, everything it should evolve with it.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's perfectly acceptable if a person is not able to contain themselves within a specific path. I think it's perfectly acceptable to carry that into their spirituality and take part, pieces from other paths. It's called eclectic spirituality. That's basically where you take the parts of paths that appeal to you, and don't necessarily take everything at face value. Mm-hmm. Our path is very eclectic. Our path has evolved. It's not eclectic in the contemporary sense, but it's eclectic in the fact that it has evolved over generations and lifetimes and centuries, actually, of being passed down through families, to what it is now. Our path has very strong roots in the old school, actual Scandinavian ways. Mm-hmm. But our ancestors realized way back when that there is wisdom in allowing things to evolve. And that became part of our path, and it's remained a part of our path, and I have every intention of it staying a part of our path. So, Charles said something here that caught my attention. Odin always was searching for knowledge from all over.
Look who popped on. Esty, you missed it. Like a couple minutes ago, I was like, is Esty on?
Esty.
Yeah.
Maybe not exactly like that, but...
Hey, Ben, technically you're not late. We were an hour late tonight.
Yes.
We had good reason for it, though. But anyways, that's here nor there. But I'm glad you're here. Where's Claire? Wait, she's on here, isn't she?
Yes,
she was on here.
So that's a very good point there, Charles. Some of the ancient Scandinavian ways are illegal and highly frowned on now. You know, like the blood sacrifices and you know human sacrifice for that matter. You know, spiritual paths are meant to evolve.
Ah, gotcha.
So.
Yeah,
and I'm just going to leave it at that.
I was just curious your take on, because you know there's always the people that, you know, like, you know, if you it's not cool to pick apart and only take what you want.
So I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to piss some people off by saying this, and I don't intend to do that, but this is...
Hi, Carrie.
Hey, Carrie. This is the very... I mean, it's... Let's just be perfectly blunt. We had a brief conversation with another person who actually happens to be watching about this earlier. But the you know, especially the vast majority of pagan paths nowadays, contemporary pagan paths, are Reconstructionist. Mm-hmm. That means
a copy of a copy.
That means they're being recreated from the small amount that we know from that period in time and that area of the world.
Yes.
We have to do things that way. Let me rephrase that. Not we. People have to do things that way to recreate those things because the archaeological record is very limited, and there's, in most cases, a very little written record.
I was going to say they didn't really have a written record, did they?
That's, you know, a lot of these societies.
Oh, a spider sat down beside her. Go away, spider.
A lot of these societies relied on the word of mouth and the oral record keeping. You know, the stories passed down at fireside from generation to generation to generation. See
what John said?
So, you know, it's just one of those things you have to remember that the majority of these paths nowadays are Reconstructionists, and you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not harping on that, because it is what it is. If that path calls to someone, but there's not much information, you got to work with what you got.
And who is somebody to say that?
But at the same time, it's you. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
Oh, I said, see what John said.
If you have responsibilities or commitments with your family, communicating that evolution is key. Absolutely, it absolutely is.
That's a really good point, by the way, John.
So, it's you have to. You just have to bear that in mind because, you know, unless you can have a verified actual account of Odin sitting down beside you at a campfire and saying, this is the way it was, which, you know, not many people are going to be able to claim, at least truthfully, when they weren't using the shrooms. You know,
cutting people's limbs off, right?
It is. We have limited information to go on, and so we have, you know, those paths have to be rebuilt basically out of nothing. Exactly. I mean, like Charles just made a good point. That is true.
And Esty made a good point.
A lot of Celtic and Scandinavian belief we get from Greek and Roman writers and later Catholic writing. You know, it's like...
Well, look at what Esty said, too.
That's why the work that contemporary archaeologists do is so important. People just need to be able to adapt their worldview to the actual information being uncovered, A lot of people get stuck in their own ways and are unable to allow them to evolve and grow. And that's exactly right. A lot of the, in fact, a lot of the information that we have specifically about the Norse path comes from sagas and writings that were crafted and written after the Christianization of the Norse world.
Yeah.
And so who knows what kind of damage that did to the actual record. And I'm not harping on the Christian faith. It's just it is what it is. That's historical fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Dead air.
Well, say something then.
I was just curious on your take on it. I think that I don't think that it's wise for somebody who, has the, what did you call it, reconstructed? Is that what you called it?
Reconstructionist.
I don't think it's.
And again, not to harp on folks that are following a reconstructionist path, because you work with what you've got. It just is. I think it's my opinion, and I mean this in the most respectful way possible. I think it is short-sighted and not wise to cut people off that may have something to offer.
You might learn something.
Yes.
You might learn something. I mean, you can't. A single person can't gain all the knowledge in the world unless they have experiences with other people and get other perspectives. Sorry, I trailed off there. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I was just curious about your thoughts on all that. Ooh, what did Yanni say?
Hinduism is one of my favorites. They know there are multiple paths that lead to the same destination, so they don't shun the religions of others. They simply recognize them as a separate path. In the Gnostic Gospels, it's hinted that Christianity was heavily influenced by Hinduism after Jesus' journey through the East. And I've read that as well. There's a lot of interesting research to do there, Yanni. That's a very good point. In fact, I believe a lot of the original philosophy regarding egalitarianism, which is just what, in short, it's just what Yanni was just talking about, which is, all, paths are equal and all paths lead to the same destination, basically. I think a lot of that philosophy comes either directly or indirectly from the Hindu teachings. So that's very cool. Very good thought.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, it's a good thought. And Carl just had a really good point as well. Carl's point.
Throws ideas out for consideration.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it should all be about, in my opinion. That's just, like I said, that's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. But I think it'll hold water.
Well, and I don't think it's okay for any person to completely like.
I know, right? I actually mentioned that a while ago, SD. So put that phone on silent or vibrate or something.
I thought I did.
Because
obviously
you're going to get us a copyright ding.
Well, it's on the Zedge, so it's somebody made it or whatever.
It doesn't matter. The Facebook and YouTube algorithms aren't going to give a shit.
I'm not selling my. I'm not convincing you. Is that what you're telling me? What was I gonna say? Oh, I don't think it's wise for anybody to completely just want to shut somebody, like what you said. I don't think it's wise for somebody to want to shut somebody out just because they don't 100% conform to another person's beliefs. I don't think that's wise.
Yeah.
because I think there's always room to learn and gain perspective.
Yeah.
And I think it's small-minded if you just shut that door and don't.
And let's be careful about throwing around things that might be insulting, but
I don't think that would be an insulting statement,
it's,
though.
you know, it's just, I agree, you know.
It's, yeah. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I need to go shoot a gun. I want to go fire a gun. Not at anybody, don't worry. I just think it would be good to go fire a gun right now.
It can be therapeutic.
Yeah, I would like to
It can be
experience
therapeutic,
the
for sure.
side of firing a gun. So, yeah, anybody who doesn't know, finally shot a gun, first time ever, like a few weeks ago, and it was fabulous. Yeah, just throwing that out there.
She's actually a pretty good
Aaron!
shot.
Hi, Aaron. Oh, I hope everybody had a great day, though. My day was fucking crazy.
Yeah, my night was crazy last night.
My day was crazy. Triggered. That is an inside joke.
It's okay, Esty. You'll get over it. So will we. It'll be all right. I know what he's talking about.
Oh, man. The loop is over here, and Stephanie is not in the loop right now.
But you know full well what we're talking about.
Do I?
Yes.
See,
There was an intense Facebook conversation starting a day or two ago.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. Now I know what you're talking about. God, don't you love how something that's not even, like, tangible, that you can't even, like, touch, causes so much emotion and drama? And, I mean, there's positives with it, but, yeah. Do you guys have questions? Do you guys have any questions?
Anything.
What is it Carl says? Don't ever put your finger on the trigger. No. What is it Carl says? Carl, what do you say?
That's Carl saying. He
Yeah,
said don't
Carl.
put your he said keep your booger hook off the bang switch.
Yeah, there you go. Do that, people. Don't ever forget. Anyways. Do any of you guys have any questions? I feel like all I do is talk, and well, that's what we're here for you guys to listen to our thoughts, right? But do you have any questions? Because we're totally open for questions and hopefully appropriate answers.
You know what? That is a really good way of saying that, Esty. That is a really good. I love that. People need to remove the tone they hear in their head when reading things
Which part,
online.
Which part, Christina? The little bit we were talking about, or the I need to shoot a gun part? Probably the first part. I'm just saying, like, I don't give a flying.
Yeah, she's pretty savage.
I don't care. Like, I don't care.
Axe throwing is very fun, Yanni. We
Oh Lord, I got nervous because the axe backfired, Yanni, and came back towards me, and I'm like,
Talking about it like it's a gun.
now I see why they say closed-toed shoes, because you don't want to lose a toe, you know. Oh my God. Esty, oh Lord, have mercy. We need to figure that out. I mean, Christina, you know what? I will say whatever I want to say, and I don't care. I do not care. I will talk about whatever I want to talk about, and anybody who doesn't like it can shut it off.
On that, you keep talking for just a minute, because I'm about to pee my pants. I've got to go. I'll be right back.
Well, I don't recommend urinating in here. It would stink and make a mess.
Shortly, so I'll be right back.
Okay, well, I guess you guys just get me for a little bit, and then the ghost of Jeremiah, he's sitting right here. You can just here, look, it's your skull that I'm gonna decapitate, right here. This is Jeremiah. No, I'm totally kidding. I'm not really gonna decapitate him. Esty said he's vaccinated. Anyways, yes. So Jeremiah, yeah, this isn't gonna work out so well, I don't think, people. But yeah, I just I'm not gonna apologize for anything that I say on here. Well, I mean, and there might be an occasional moment that I'll apologize for what I say, but 99% of it I'm not going to apologize for. And sometimes situations come up in your life and it kind of throws a curveball and it kind of sets you back a minute, and you take another look at something that you kind of already had a suspicion about, but then you get your validation. And I think validation's a great thing. I think confirmation's a great thing. I think that me seeing a ghost in the corner of my eye and not even questioning it, I think that's a good thing too. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I don't know what your name is, but hey, welcome to my home. Yeah, there we go, Essie. Yep, to be. Yeah, we'll just, to be or not to be. I wonder whose head, like, that was supposed to be. I don't know. I'm terrible that I don't know whose head he was holding, but maybe Essie, maybe I don't know. But, well, I hope you guys, sorry, I'm like, what?
What I miss?
You missed? Well, on live or on Messenger? What did you miss?
Any of it.
On Messenger, you missed the Zeta mail. I can't talk. The beta mail at work. And on live, you missed. I was holding your head, and then Esty said to be or not to be, and then Carl said, decapitating him once isn't enough, right? There you go. That's actually kind of creepy looking. Like, it kind of makes me uncomfortable.
I need to
kind of makes me uncomfortable.
Some kind of a headdress or something. We've got enough of these laying around. I need to make some kind of a headdress or something.
That reminds me of like that. That reminds me of that like reaction video, and it says, "First time you hear Hail Lung," and then it's like, "What the fuck is this?" And then the next one, it shows him in like get up and like going with the beat and stuff like that. I love it. I love Hail Lung. Anybody who has not heard them needs to. It's so wonderful. Holy crap! It's 9:00.
Oh damn! It is.
Time flies when you're bitching. I mean, time flies when you're having fun, right? Oh, gosh. Well, I hate to say it, but we are going to have to get off of here.
Yeah. We've got a kind of another...
Back to the grind tomorrow.
Well, not only that, but we got kind of another semi-appointment that we need to... it just came to light right before the show. I haven't even had a chance to really fill you in on it yet, so...
Okay. Well, I will be excited to see what happens. Hey, I go with the flow. What can I say?
So...
Except Anti-Flow, I don't like her.
What?
Nothing at all. Anyways.
Next week, we will be back at our normal time, and we will be back in better form. We will try to be at least a little bit better prepared. And
hey, I had fun. Yanni, it was great to see you too. I wish we could see you in person. That would be fabulous.
Days.
Yeah, one of these days. One of these days. I feel like all these people we will get to eventually see again. Hey, you're a nurse. At what point is the pandemic considered not a like?
Don't ask me. I'm not a.
Anybody on here know like when they actually will say we are not in a pandemic anymore? I'm just curious.
No idea.
Like, I wonder, like, 100 years ago, I wonder what the moment was that they and who decided that we're not in a pandemic anymore.
I don't know.
I saved my positive test. My positive test results, I saved it. I took pictures of the kids with masks. I took pictures of the signs that are talking about you have to wear a mask. Like, I took pictures of all that stuff. So then one day when we have, like, great-grandkids or whatever, I can be like, I lived through it. Here's my proof. I lived through it. Yeah, you guys all have a great evening, and we love you all. And reach out if you need anything, or you need support, or you need just somebody to vent to. Because let me tell you, it is really nice to have people to vent to. I'm learning this. Learning this. It really is. Not that I'm totally, like, negative often, but I feel like I'm beginning to very much appreciate the concept of having friends. Like, that's a newer concept for me. So, when it's not a political... that's when they'll officially say we're not in a pandemic. Gotcha. All right. Well, I love you people. And stay safe. Be careful. Watch out for speed traps, and don't ever put your booger picker on the fucking trigger.
The
no, what
booger
was
hook.
it?
Keep your booger hook off the bang switch.
Carl, you need to invent like a shirt or something, or maybe like a holster that has that, like burned into it. But I guess if it's on the holster, you wouldn't like see it, right? I guess other people would see it. But anyways, hey, we made it through Monday, people. We'll see you in a week.
Yep.
And
in the meantime, stay healthy.
Oh, yeah, I have to announce. So our friend. One more thing though, I have to say happy birthday to somebody.
Okay.
Not the somebody you're thinking. Our Darkness Tavern pal Max. His birthday is the 14th. Mm-hmm. So if any of you guys know Max, be sure to reach out and say happy birthday.
Yep.
Happy birthday. Him and our daughter share a birthday. Just
Yep.
saying. Madeline's birthday. She'll be 12, but she's not really paranormal related, so she's just Norwood related. I'm just rambling now. I'm just rambling.
She's coming up on her teenage years, and that's going to be a whole other type of paranormal experience.
Well, she's going to be 12, so we still got 367 more days till
she'll be yeah. Anyway.
All right, we love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.
We'll see you next week, and in the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, stay spooky, and keep shaking hands with the shadows.
Always. Bye.
And let me get to the right scene here, because
oh my god, that went like so fast.
Set up.
That went like really fast.
I know, right?